What's up, guys? This is Theo from Concept, and today we are going to be looking at shapes. Now, the first shape on the our first shape is a rectangular tool, and this basically allows you to create rectangular shapes on your workspace. So the properties hidden. I could click on the move to move it about. What I want to show you today is when you click on the rectangular tool, you could create as many rectangles as you want. Let me just undo because we just want one. One trick to changing the colors is you could change the colors here, but if you don't have that many colors to choose from, you could always double click on this part. Not here, not here. You could double click on this part selected here. Then you could change the color of the image. So let me just set it to blue and click on OK. So now that we have it here, we have other options where you can make it a part for you to type on. You can make a pixel. I'm just going to leave it as shape. So it's now filled with blue, and we could stroke it with red. So stroke it with red and increase the stroke size to about 20. Let me increase it to 20 so that you guys could see. So now it's stroked to 20 points. This option right here allows you to increase the stroke size. This option right here changes the way the stroke looks like. So if I click on this, now it looks like there's short dashes of the stroke. If I click on this, then it's going to be short dots. For more options, you could also manipulate with this part. You could change the number of dashes you want, or the size. You could change the gap from 2 to 5. It's going to increase the gap between them. You could change it to 20. It's going to increase the gap between every 12 size dash. So you click on OK, then but if you don't want the stroke, you could just click on stroke and remove the stroke right here. So now our stroke is gone. Okay, now if you hold down the control key and you click on this part here, this is for every layer. It's not just the rectangular tool. It's going to create a selection. So if I toggle this visibility off, you have the selection. So in case you want to know, you could use that one too. So let me just delete the rectangle we created. Now when I right click and click on rounded rectangle tool, now this allows us to create rectangles but with rounded edges. So let me just set the radius to 50%, 50 pixel rather, so that you guys could see. So if I click and drag from this end to that end, you notice that, let me hide this, double click and set it to blue because I like blue. Now you notice that it's giving us a 50 pixel arc over here. So basically that's it. And once you have that, if you bring up the short key is U. So if I press U, I could also use a stroke on this. I could change the size of the stroke and what have you. It's the same process for all the shapes. So if I click on OK right here, we have this. Let me delete that and change the pixels to probably 100 pixel. Hit enter. Now if I create undo, if I create the image or the shape, notice that it increases to 100 pixel. It increases to 100 pixel. So let me just delete this too. Now the next shape is our ellipse tool. The ellipse tool allows you to create ellipse shape, whether oval or circle. It's up to you. You don't always have to click and drag. You could just click and it will greet you with this option. So if you want 100 by 100 or 100 by 100 will be a circle, so it will create a perfect circle for you. If you just click and set it to probably 150 by 100, it's going to be an oval for you. So let me just delete. The same thing applies for the rest too. The polygon, I'll just, instead of dragging, I'll just click, then set it to 100 by 100. Number of size, I'll send it to 6, so we have a hexagon. If I click on OK, then it pops up. Now if I undo and change this to smooth corners, this is what you get. Instead of it, let me make it bigger so that you can see. 300 pixels by 300, so it creates this smooth corners. Instead of it being a straight edge, it's going to round them up. So if I uncheck smooth corners and click on star, it's going to look more like a star. So let me set it to 5 and click OK. Now we have the shape of a star. So instead of it being in straight like this, it's going to be drawn inward, just like the shape of a star. And with a star, you have other options. You could change it to 20%. That's also going to bring this one up. So basically, you just play with it and you know what to do. Now we have the line tool. That's for creating lines anywhere you want. We have custom shape tool. Now the custom shape tool, make sure all the time this part keeps changing, so you could always play with them. Now here we have the arrow tool selected, so if I click and drag, it's an arrow that's going to pop up. Now if I click this arrow showing down here and I change it to a light bulb, if I click and drag, a light bulb shape is going to be shown. If I select something else, this for conversations, this is what is going to show. So you can create your own images, but I'm not going to. You can create your own shapes. Sorry, I'm not going into that in this tutorial. So probably our next one. Let me just delete everything up. The next one is the hand tool. The hand tool allows you to move the part. So let's just say I zoom in. If I use the hand tool, I could just move about. In case you don't want to keep clicking the hand tool, you could always use the space bar. Holding the space bar will bring up the hand tool. If you leave it, it's going off. If you hold it again, it's going to bring up the hand tool. So the rotate view tool allows you to rotate. In case you're drawing on your tablet or a touchscreen laptop, you could just rotate here, so you could get a good angle for your strokes. You could rotate to another portion, you could get the angles you want. Then once you're done, you could set it to, probably if I set it to 180, then it's going to turn it upside down, but this is not going to affect the actual image. So I'm setting it back to 0 degrees. The zoom tool we've been using a lot already. You click, now it's set to the plus zoom. If I hold alt, it becomes minus, so I can zoom out of the image. This scrappy zoom here allows you to zoom in very fast. So if I click and drag to my right, I can zoom in. If I click and drag to my left, I zoom out. So this tool makes it very fast. To my right, zoom in. To the left, you zoom out. You can set it to 100%. You could set it to fit the screen. You could set it to fill the screen. So basically that's it.